What's going on, Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. So today we're going to talk about day one of training camp, or what some of the reporters had to say today. Of course, we're going to talk about what our head coach Arthur Smith had to say. Start of the season going into 2023. So guys, with that being said, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to this channel. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys right here that I talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about, yes, these Atlanta Falcons. So guys, first we're going to talk about what Arthur Smith had to say. He seemed really excited about the start of this season. He comes out and says it's not about, every season everybody's excited, which is true. All 32 teams feel that they have a good chance to be really good this year, and Atlanta Falcons is no exception to that. However, you can tell that he feels, he's able to have the shackles off a little bit because of all the moves they was able to make this offseason. So you can see that excitement coming from Arthur Smith. He actually mentioned he was a little late because he kind of ran over with the meeting with the guys because of his excitement. He's rocking his new mustache. We'll see how long that lasts for Arthur Smith. But you love to see the excitement from the head coach because that trickle downs to all the rest of the team. He mentioned the injuries. Only injuries we could definitely report right now is the Calais Campbell non-football injury list. He said it's not a concern. Expect him to be back sometime soon, which that is really good news. Only other person that did not participate in practice today was Eddie Goldman, who's still in his ramp-up period. So he did not hit any injury reports and things like that. So Eddie Goldman could be out there anytime. He also mentioned that Kyle Pitts was going to participate today, which he did. From what I seen from the clips, he looked good. From what everybody was saying, that he looked good. We also heard from Kyle Pitts himself. Does have a knee brace on because that he mentioned that was precaution from the training staff, but no limitations. It seemed like Kyle Pitts was doing everything he needed to do, developing that chemistry with Desmond Ridder. Arthur Smith also mentioned a couple camp battles that we can expect. One in particular is that left guard position. Matt Hennessy is definitely the number one guy going out there right now. Matthew Bergeron got to earn it. That's kind of how Arthur Smith rolled with the rookies. He never let them think that they're entitled because they was picked, first round, second round, anything like that. If you recall, he had Kyle Pitts not starting on the depth chart at one point, and he had Drake London like fifth wide receiver at one point if you're looking at the depth chart. So that's just how Arthur Smith, kind of old school coach. That's how he kind of likes to do it. But I do expect Matthew Bergeron to do get some snaps with the ones. And if what we think he can be, hopefully he could, live up to that second round pick and, come in day one and start the season being that left guard. Of course, he is transitioning from left tackle to left guard, so it might take him a little time, but I'm really interested to see how he able to do that thing. Also we talked about that nickel position. D Offord is getting the first snaps at that. Of course, Mike Hughes right behind him. Between those two right now, it look like they're the front runners to get that position. Be interested to see how any other guys can get in and get in the mix. Of course, we had the two other corners, Kuda and JJ Terrell, on the outside. And from what we heard from camp, the defense looked really pretty good, especially in the secondary. Of course, the big news of the interception that Desmond Ridder threw. I guess it's time to just go ahead and give up the season because Desmond Ridder threw 2 interceptions today. And then the last thing but not least, you expect all these guys to start to make names for themselves. One guy in particular, Michael Abernathy, had one of those interceptions. So it looked like the safeties definitely stepped up today. Of course, you've seen the one on the film that everybody was really clamoring about, was the one that Desmond Ridder overthrew Drake London, and Jalen Hawkins picked off the ball. So the defense looked good today. I kind of suspected that because defense always be more ready to go than offense for some reason when practices start, especially day one of practices. But I suspect offense going to get some get back sometime here soon, and then we'll be talking about the defense suck, just like the offense sucks today. So that's the give and go, and you got to believe, you got to think about it like this. I always do. When you're going against one-on-ones, that's your defense as well, and if they can play like that against your offense, you hope they can play like that against other offenses, right? So you have to take it with a grain of salt. If our defense was getting burnt, right, we'll be like, damn, our defense sucks. So you love the fact that the defense is standing up. You hate the fact that the offense look bad, right? But it's your team going against your team, so that's the way you got to look at it. The last thing I gotta say, we need to really calm our, the brakes on Desmond Ridder. It's getting out of hand because everybody's so upset because the young guy threw 2 interceptions today. Is not in the world, guys. Quarterbacks throw interception in the game. Yes, that pass was first of all, wonder why he threw it in like triple coverage in the first place, and it was overthrown. So, but like I said, guys, we don't know if he was told to throw the ball to Drake London no matter what. We don't know and that's sometimes you have to look at why people do things and what the coaches is telling the players to do. Now, come 3, 4, 5, 6 practice later, and we still see these kind of things from Desmond Ridder, then I think you might want to see some level of concern. But at this point, it's no reason to be there. I still think Desmond Ridder is going to play well this season, but he definitely has to prove himself. You even got Steve Smith out there trying to trash him. He came back out again today. So, I mean, like I said on Monday, all the talk's over, all the narrative's over. After one training camp practice, already the heat is just raising a little bit more for a guy like Desmond Ridder. So he definitely needs to prove himself, limit the mistakes, because everything that he does is going to get scrutinized, right? It'd be interesting to see if he made good plays, if they're going to show those and talk about those. Hopefully they do, in the same sense, right? You want to show the good, you want to show the bad, because that's the truth. But at the same time, I think we kind of overreacted today. A lot of people did. Either way, if you a fan of Desmond Ridder, it's not time to get off the bandwagon and say, oh my gosh, we need to go ahead and, jump ship, right? And if you hated Desmond Ridder, you're probably happy because you're like, I told you so. And we don't, what are the Falcons doing? They should have never went down this route in the first place. So that's going to be the way the spectrum is. But guys, they write themselves. The narrative's going to write themselves, and Desmond Ridder is going to have to do that. So pretty much that's all I had to say. Day 1 at training camp, I'm excited. I can't wait to personally get out there this weekend to see it firsthand. If I can tell you from what I see, from my eyes, how these guys look, and I give you my perspective. But that's where we're at. Day 1. Tomorrow, day 2. Maybe we have some different narratives to talk about. This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.